Hey yo, before we begin today's video, I just wanted to let you all know that I stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/wevernvt. I usually stream about 4 days a week, and these videos are uploaded either before stream or during, so feel free to drop by and hang out. You can also support me on Ko-fi and get custom audio on Gumroad. All links will be down in the description, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. See? You made it unharmed, as I said. I had no other way of getting you here. Beggars can't be choosers. I was about to wonder the same thing. We are far underground, but my lair is not small. You really had no idea it was under your nesting site. Oh, I'm sorry. Your city. Oh, cover your ears. I need to announce my return. Where are they? The humans I once protected. Some of them made their homes down here in the caves. The closer they were to me, the safer they thought they'd be, I suppose. When I returned to them, they light fires along the stalagmites there, so I knew where they are and can safely move around them, but I see no fires. Perhaps I've been gone so long they abandoned the tradition. Might as well try again. I think something's wrong. No, it can't wait. Something smells different. Well, normally I can smell the smoke of their fires, any meat they might be cooking, the moss that they harvest from the rocks. I smell many things coming from them, but all I smell now is moss. I don't hear their voices or their music or any sounds of their toiling. I don't see their lights or the smoke of their fires. Worried? What for? I don't need them or anything. They were simply here. Look, their nests are among the stalagmites here. It was safer for them than on the ground. Oh, quickly look inside. Yeah, I'll up off my hand and take a look around. There were thousands of them when I left. They can't all be gone. Well, so they are gone. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? They were here so I could protect them, so they'd have no reason to stay without me. They must have moved somewhere else, perhaps back to the surface. I assume they had to get back up. I didn't carry them down here as I did you, right? Right, that must be it. They simply left when I did. It's strange, though. Seeing their nests overgrown with this moss, not smelling their fire, hearing their voices. You're going to insist, aren't you? Yeah, I did. I did like having them here. I didn't need them, but they were company. Sometimes they would sing, and it was so sweet sound echoing softly in the caverns. On my lazier days, I enjoyed watching them bustle about. On very rare occasions, one would come to me, and I would commune with them as I do with you now. They would tell me the state of things, or seek my advice, or sometimes we would just talk. I'll miss them. Oh, please, human. I already told you I wasn't heartless. You seem to enjoy throwing the word monster around without knowing what it truly means. I'm another creature of this world, like yourself, if larger. I don't bear your kind any ill will, so long as you don't make trouble for me. What are you? Oh, well, I faltered above. This isn't any business of yours, pest. Back to the matter at hand. You're curious about me, and I'm curious as what happened to the rest of my kin. Get back on my hand. We're going to my den. I'm not sure what those clouds of light are. I just know that they hover around the moss on the walls and provide illumination to see by. Every so often, those bats will fly through them. Keep your head down, by the way. The bats sometimes attack my humans. They look like... Sorry? Giant fireflies. So you figure the flies eat the moss and the bats eat them? Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. It does seem to be brighter in here than I remember. If my humans have stopped harvesting the moss, it can grow freely for the flies to eat. Is it interesting? It's simply a way things work. The world is an indefinitely complex web, in which all things are connected. It's too small for me to notice, but we can assume there's more happening on the ground below. I don't have a deep understanding of these things, human. I simply pay attention to what's happening around me. What eats the bats? Well, I do, of course. Well, I'm one of the things that eats them. Yeah, you should stay close to me. Here we are. All my bedding has rotted away. But my spring seems to be clean still. It'll need some tidying up, but that's for later, though. Now, perhaps I should answer a few questions for you to answer. It may clarify a few things for me. So, what do you want to know? My kin? Yeah, I did have a group of companions I saw somewhat regularly. Let's begin with them. Well, first and the closest to me was Harasura. Her wings filled the sky, gleaming with all the colors of the rainbow, yet they beat so slowly and gently that they left only the softest breeze over the land as she flew. She soared across the world, rarely stopping, drinking from the clouds and feasting on the light of the sun and moon. I would know she was coming by the soft trill of her song. She was always singing. It was similar to the songs of my humans. I think they based theirs on hers. Yeah, she visited me often. If the need arose, she would help me in battle. Gentle as she was, her talons could rend apart mountains. She was. Beautiful, yeah. Very dear to me. I miss her as well. Then there was Vargiris. Another close ally of mine. He was somewhat careless sometimes, causing trouble. He would often fall asleep for so long that smaller creatures would mistake his shells for a large hill and try to live on it. That in turn would wake him up and he'd shake them off in a hull. I had to sort him out a few times. Just friendly bickering. It never escalated into real violence. Scrappy little fellow. Small for one of our kind. Lastly, I admired his spirit. He never said no to a fight, even when he should have. Yeah, he tried to face her alone. That was the last time I saw him. I hope he survived. Who else? Well, there was Gorlak. I don't see him as often. If you think I'm territorial, you should have seen him. He preferred to keep a small range just south of here, scuttling through tunnels he dug in the earth and grabbing prey with his stinger. He and I did fight once. Not friendly bickering. Eventually, however, we came to a standstill, neither one of us able to best the other. I believe we came to respect one another then. At least, I respected him. Curmudgeonly as he was not malicious or cruel. He just simply preferred solitude. Generally speaking, we respected each other's space, but a handful of times we did find ourselves having to cooperate when someone else caused trouble. More than anything, he wanted peace, only for his own sake. Yeah, there were a few troublemakers. Torgen, Barbadas, Nagran. Oh, you want to know about her, don't you? Let me tell you this. I am very difficult to hurt. My scales are thicker than stone. My tail can crush iron like dry twigs. My claws can and have torn through your tower hives like water. I have never known fear or pain in my heart, except once. In her mad quest for dominance, she did things I couldn't forgive, and which I will not speak of to you. It's all you need to know of her. Alright. Now for my question. Have you heard of anything I've described? Do any of my kin sound familiar? Think, little one. We roamed and shaped this world once. Humanity was there to see it. There must have been some memory left of us. Myths, legends, well, that's something. Tell me about those. A giant bird which created thunder by flapping its wings. No, Harsura couldn't do that. A bird which would be reborn from fire when it died. No, she had no power over fire either. I suppose these stories could have been inspired by her, though. It's not like they've become very distorted over time. A giant worm which shapes the land as it moves, changing the course of rivers, leaving trenches in the earth, grabbing prey and pulling them down without being seen. Yeah, that sounds like Skorlak. Are these stories recent? Less than 200 years old. Where do they come from exactly? South of here. Yeah, that seems very promising. We'll go there first then. It will be a long trip for you. That's fair. Very well. Well, what supplies do you need? I'm hesitant to return to the city with you. I'll be swarming with your weapons soon, and I'll need to remove them. That's still my territory, whether I'm there or not. How long do you think it will take you to gather these things? If you can make it quick, then that's fine, but I want to know what happens to us. I feel more has changed in this world than the passage of time can account for. Oh, little one, You seem very excited about this. I must ask, what all do you think is in this for you? Ah. You hate your job, your life was going nowhere, general feelings of pointlessness. Human, you keep talking about things I have no reference for. Sure. You could tell me about it on the way. For now, let's get what you need. Thank you for watching, my dear. If you enjoyed your experience here, please feel free to like and subscribe. Any ideas you have for future content and roleplays, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. Take care, my dearling, and I hope to see you again real soon.